As we know, what we all understand, brothers, is that it's a spiritual warfare. And the devil's goal is to destroy, conquer, divide, confuse, all the above. And he's not playing fair. He is not playing fair. He is deceitful. And he is very particular and divisive. He knows your weaknesses and he knows how to infiltrate or try to infiltrate. And in this video today, what I'm here to talk to you guys about is people that Satan uses to destroy your faith. So, first of all, the reason that this is so important is because, like I've talked about in other videos, different things can cause you to backslide or cause a disturbance to your faith. And a lot of the times it's us. A lot of the times it could, like I said, just be a circumstance, things of that nature. But one of the main things that can destroy your faith is the company you keep. And there's different type of people that are in our lives, and that's in your life, my life, or that's been in our lives that we know aren't good for us. Or we see red flags, but we kind of look past it. So in today's video, like I said, I'm about to expose those people. And I'm sorry, you might want to turn this one off if you're not ready, because this one gonna hit different. So number one is your ex. You get what I'm saying? And you know what? What I'll say for this is I'm gonna say ex, and I ain't even got. Oh, I do got my pen on me. I'm gonna put ex slash. Let's just say your girl. You feel me? Your girlfriend. Write that real quick. And this is the reason why. So it's kind of it's pretty much the same thing. And what I mean by this is a lot of the times, right, we got these toxic relationships where we with a female that we know is no good for us. Now she might be attractive, you might be attracted to her, she might be cool, but one thing that it talks about in the Bible, as we know, is not to be unequally yoked. If she ain't saved, you can't do nothing with that, brother. If they are not, if she is spiritually dead, she is always going to be holding you back from reaching your calling, from being as close to God as you could, to having the purpose that you should have in life. And the reason that is because what you got to get is this: marriage isn't about just the romance of it. It's not just about for us. It is to bring God glory. So when you get married, when you're in a relationship, even before marriage, this person should be helping bring you closer to God. But if the person that you're in love with, the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, is pulling you away from God, there's always going to be some sort of conflict with your faith. They're not going to keep you focused on the prize. When you're both says you're focused on this prize together, if one of you starts falling down, the other can help pick you up. But if one person's saved and the other isn't, they're always going to be having their own agenda in terms of, like, why would they help you prioritize Christ? If you start slacking off, that's not going to bother them. And they probably don't even want to hear all the religious or the God stuff. So, they're going to really keep quiet. You see what I'm saying? And not only that, I mean, if you having sex outside of marriage, and we just gonna throw it out there, that's a no. That's a no. We know that. We can't pick and choose what we want to live by. If you're having sex before marriage, bro, you're messing up, and it's wrong. And as a brother, I'm telling you that right now. And you know what I'm saying? If you're having sex with your girlfriend, you gotta cut that out. And if she's not saved, she's never gonna understand why that's wrong. She's never gonna understand how it spiritually affects somebody. They're never gonna. And if it's your ex, like I said, you trying to say you cut her off, she she's not no good. You trying to move on. If you entertaining that, you know what I'm saying. She hit you up late night when you see what I'm saying. Hit you up late night and try to get in your ear or try to get back in your life. But you gotta understand that they're spiritually dead. The devil can use them to drain you. So if you're in a relationship with somebody and they're constantly draining you, they're constantly causing a turmoil in your life, that is someone that's being used to destroy your faith. That's being used to take you away from Christ. And it's tempting. You know what I'm saying? Sexual immorality, bro. Fornication. Maybe when you with this, she smoked weed, so you You back to smoking. Maybe she drank. You back to drinking. You see, this is a problem. It's important the company you keep, my brother. Number two is family. Yes, family. It could be your cousins. It could be your brother. It could be your sister. Someone that you love, you're always going to have you're going to have a soft spot for. So it's going to be hard to remove them out of your life. And who wants to remove their own flesh and blood out of their life, man? It could be a parent. But what you got to understand is this is what comes with this walk. It talks about in the Bible, a man's enemy will be those of his own household. Anybody that is spiritually dead they will be a hindrance to your walk. And the devil's here to hurt you. He wants to hurt you. Because if you have to cut off your family, how do you think that's going to make you feel, man? That don't feel good. It don't feel good to be away from family, the ones that you love, your nest. But the Lord also says, man, he who isn't willing to give up his father, to lose his mother, his sister, for me is not worthy. This is what comes on this walk, man. You got to be willing to lose the ones you love the most for Christ. Because they can't save you. They can't get you into heaven, man. Only Jesus Christ can. But saying to use them. Oh, you always talking about this God stuff. They nitpicking with you. They always want to argue. They always want to be combative because that light that you carry irritates their demons. And I'm sorry, but if they're spiritually dead, they can be influenced by demons. So yeah, it might be your own mother, bro. And this might be hitting the song right now. Like, dang, man, it is my mom. It is my dad, man. It is my little brother, my big sister, or my cousin, man. And the people that you love can do more damage than you. Then someone you don't care about, there ain't nothing to separate from someone you don't care about, but the ones you love will keep you stuck, man. So number 3 is soul ties, man. And that's kind of for obvious reasons, bro. If you like me, we gonna just keep it real. There's girls I smashed, whatever, you feel me? And the reason that they were destroying my faith or, Satan was trying to use them is because, bro, I was struggling with fornication for a long time, so I'm chilling, woo. They hit me up late night, on board, chilling. I'll pull up, we could just smoke, woo. You know what I'm saying? This will help because, and what you gotta understand is when you are practicing sin, it draws you away from God, because then you start being desensitized to the sin. So now you stop repenting, and now that's a scary thing. Now you back living in willful sin. Or you're in shame, or you're in such bondage because you're like, bro, I generally can't see myself not doing this. Like, I'm going to keep falling into temptation, so I'm not even going to pray to God because I know I'm going to do it again. That's how I was in a time of my life, like, especially with fornication. I'm like, bro, I'm not even going to pray no more about it because I'm not going to stop. I know you feel me? And, like, I got a whole testimony, but I was a rapper in my city at the time, so I can hit everything that I really wanted. You get what I'm saying? And that's not the brag, nothing like that. But it's just showing you like how really where I'm like, God, I can't. Like all these girls I didn't hit, and I can pick whichever one I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? They hitting me up. But this is what keeps you in bondage. The Lord knows you. I mean, not the Lord, my bad. Well, the Lord does too, but Satan knows your weakness. So he gonna play on that. He gonna play on your Achilles tendon, on your soft spot, your weak spot. That's what he gonna do. That's what he gonna do. Number 4, friends. Come on, we know this. We know the friends, man. You got a homie right now that you know ain't no good, that you shouldn't be around. Because when you around him, it's nothing but smoking, but drinking. Talking about the past, talking about the females y'all smash. Brother, you want to go to the club all the time. Bro, want to play video games all day. You know what I'm saying? If you like me, I used to gangbang, bro, talking about getting on. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get on the ops and woo and all this other stuff. They ain't no good, man. They are a threat to your walk. But it's hard to cut off your partners that you done been friends with for 10, 15 years, that you done caught cases with, went down with, then, bro, you know what I'm saying? Me and my homies, we done went through some things together where it's like, bro, this is an unbreakable bond. I can't leave them, because when it's your friends, it feels like you're abandoning them. But if you ain't willing to walk away from these friends, you are not worthy enough for God, man. Because they are a threat. They don't understand the spiritual things. Now, you could love them from a distance. You could try to plant those seeds. But at the end of the day, how much you can't keep feeding your pearls to swine, bro. Like, you can only tell someone so much. You can bring a horse to water. You can't make them drink. So you could drop these gems on them. It's up for them to do something with it, bro. But why hold yourself back trying to wait for someone to come with you to get on your level with you? You want to do it with them just for them to never, ever change. And now you set yourself back 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And they be your friends, bro. And the devil knows that you got a soft spot for them. And these people will help bring you away from Christ, and they'll constantly bring you into temptation because this is all they know. So you can't even blame them, but you can't remove yourself and just pray for them, bro. Number 5 is the church. The reason is you got to understand, man, the church, there's a whole bunch of self-righteous people in the church. There's a whole bunch of overly religious people in the church, just like the Pharisees. And the reason that Satan uses these people, because you assume that since they're in the church, that they're the light. But come on, we know about the wheat and the tare. They look alike. But you know one by their fruits. And a lot of people in the church, they're not really saved, bro. They're playing church. They're playing Christian. They know right from wrong, and they know this and that, but yet they live their life in willful sin. But what they will do is try to make you feel like you're less than. They'll try to act like they do more than what they really do, and to try to make you feel like, dang, I need to get on that level. Like, and you could notice this in the church about people works, bro. People that are, constantly about the works. Those are the people that's easy to identify, because they'll try to tell you, oh, if you didn't give this amount, or I do this, that in the church, but they be up there causing trouble and being so nasty to people, but they will try to make you feel less than. They'll try to condemn you. And when you start getting condemned, or you start thinking that this relationship is about works, it'll make you draw from Christ, because you start realizing that it's impossible to just be perfect. But they'll try to play like they're perfect, to try to make you to think that this relationship with God is about perfection and about the law and about works, when it's not. It's solely based off of relationship and faith. But like I said, the devil ain't playing fair. He gonna do whatever he gotta do to draw you away, to destroy your faith. Number 6 is agents. When I say agents, bro, this be like random people. Like, you might be at the gym, right? All of a sudden, somebody, Brody's trying to be all buddy with you. It might be at the workplace. Dudes acting overly friendly. They seem cool at first, but then they start, oh, we should go out sometime. Oh, I'm a Christian. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm a Christian too. But really, they come as an angel of light, like they want to be your friend, like they want to be cool with you. But really, they be like monitoring spirits, but they be mad weird. Like, they be overly trying to be your friend, but what they're trying to do is get you to go back into temptation. They want to see you fall. They're really threatened by you, but they want to get close to you so they can try to stab you in your back. And you get stabbed in your back, you kind of feel hurt, like, God, why you ain't protect me? But no, it's not about why didn't God protect you, bro. God was showing you the red flags all along, but you want to ignore him. And sometimes God will allow you to get, something unfortunate to happen. But it's just like another video I made, when he allows these things, it's a test of your faith regardless. But those tests of faith from God is temptations, and it's the plot to destroy your faith on the other end of it by the devil. Like I said, bro, you at the gym, something like that, all of a sudden this, you've been not fornicating, you've been doing good, all of a sudden a girl that looks like everything that you would want pops up out of nowhere, bro, at the gym, wherever, you feel me? And she feeling you, she wants you, brother. Now it's like, uh-oh. And we know the red flags. She a whole walking red flag. It's a good looking red flag, but it's a whole red flag. So you already know what this is, but you maybe just one time, man. Now you backsliding. Now you down the rabbit hole again. And number 7, I put is false teachers, man. And false teachers could kind of be with the church people, but I'll say these are people that are literally deliberately planting seeds of, this could be of other religions. This could be, or there's that prosperity gospel that, oh God, oh, it's okay if you mess up. It's none of that accountability, make you have this little fairy tale gospel. You get what I'm saying? And I really could have put that with church, but those false teachers that are the wolf in sheep's clothing, trying to kill all the sheeps. Let them bring themselves amongst the sheep, act like a sheep, so they could get the sheep close, so they could do damage. You get what I'm saying? This is how real it is. This is how real it is. But these are people that Satan uses to destroy your faith. So I'm gonna stop this video. I know this. I know someone gonna feel this one. I know that at least 1 to 2 of these, you already feel convicted, or you already feel that feeling of like, dang, I already know exactly. I already know exactly who. I know exactly who. This is your sign, bro. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't ignore the red flags. So, hey, like, comment, subscribe if y'all haven't already, man. Turn on post notifications, share. I see y'all in the